Okay, I've done a ton of work. Made it from here. We're down to right here. And I was thinking about doing this tomorrow, but I already started doing it today, so let's do some today. I want to resurface this track. Now, this track has not been cleaned in over a year, and it doesn't need to because I prepared it properly. But I did a lot of grinding right here, and as you can see, I went ahead and I resurfaced it. I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so I have here a sanding sponge, and I am going to do this section right here. Do that section. That's the section that I've gone through with the gauge, and I just broke another cutoff wheel. Oh, darn it. Okay, anyways, we're going to go ahead. I'm going to resurface this section. I'm just going to take my sanding sponge, and when I'm doing this, I should feel if this track is smooth. And you'll see. So take a look now. Let's zoom in. Zoom in. That's what it looks like right now. It's going to get really shiny for a while. But it'll turn, it'll turn like tarnished again, but after we put the oxgard on it, it'll stay conductive. It won't matter what it looks like. I'm just going to go around in some circles. Remember, this is recycled old brass flex track from several different manufacturers. Some of it's yellow brass, some of it's high copper content, just this yard ladder. Then it's like nickel silver over here, and then the flex track is nickel silver. But as it says in Lynn Westcott's How to Wire Your Model Railroad book, he has a chart in there where he tested track. And as far as conductivity, brass is king by a long ways. Now, nobody makes it anymore. But I don't think there's any reason not to recycle it, especially since I'm going to paint it anyways. And I'm feeling it. Ooh, man, that's nice and smooth. Wow. That's because I did it right the first time I did it, and it made it smooth. And I think there's a video way back then, last year, about building this from recycled track. The spaghetti bowl is almost continuous rail. Like this outside rail here is continuous all the way over to there. And there are not joined. The switches in here are not joined together. They are one piece. There's one big piece. And I scratch built it freehand. And you can learn to do that. And I got some really long videos on doing that. But we're going to do it again pretty soon, because we're going to make some new stuff. We're going to make that one right there. We're going to smooth this guy out. And we'll do something crazy with it. You know I love these crazy long guardrails and stuff. And I have to put them all over the place. One, because when I'm making them, I use this. If you remember me telling you what that is the truck from Catherine Blue Box SDP40. This is the most difficult locomotive to keep on the tracks. It just is. I don't know why. It's SD45, just like it, in spec, exactly the same except for the shell. And it doesn't have the problems of an SDP40. So I use this truck to check. If this thing is good to go, then that usually means it's pretty good. Alright, it's feeling pretty good. Okay? It's feeling pretty good. Let's take the shop back quick. And clean it up. And then just hit this real quick, and then I'll show you how we're going to do this. Now we get down to the good stuff. There it is. Oxgard. Okay, I'm not the one that thought this up. The master himself, Lynn Westcott, and John Armstrong also, back in the 60s, said that this stuff had great promise to eliminating track cleaning. But at that time, oxgard was a liquid. So that didn't work out. Now, it's more of a grease. I'm just going to put it on my finger and put it on there. Now, I don't want it on the frogs. And I'm going to come back later and I'm going to clean them frogs with some acetone because I don't want the oxgard on them. I'm just going to wipe it on. Now, I got a paintbrush to get inside the points here. But, so this oxgard grease, now it's going to stay tacky for a while, sometimes a couple of weeks if you put it on really thick. But then it's going to turn dry, like it is over there. And this is why I don't have to clean the track except when I'm redoing stuff. Okay, how do we get, there we go. Oops, wrong one. This is the stuff. There's deoxit and there's no oxide E. If you're a musician, that's for you. It does not work on this. It's not persistent enough. And I know people think this is a huge discovery. It's not. This is ancient tech. And people forgot about it because it was a liquid and didn't work back then. But if you read the things that they wrote, that's how I found out about it. So I looked it up. And it happened to be at Lowe's. And so I went and got it. And I've been using it. And I got sections of track that have not had to be cleaned in 7 years. Or 8 years now. There. Good enough. There. Now I'm going to leave it. And then I'm going to take my acetone right there. And I'm going to clean the frogs with paintbrush. And that's it. That's how we're doing that. I'm going to finish this up tomorrow. And then we got to start getting ready. This project of the 5 locomotives scratch built. It's going to be hard. And it's going to last more than 100 days. So we got to get prepared.